You got introduced as our friend Donald Trump.
That's right.
Whoopi Goldberg gives you a big hug.
Really had much to say until he started running for president.
But Whoopi is certainly not the brightest person.
Elon Musk has officially filed an $80 million lawsuit against Whoopi Goldberg and the hosts of The View, claiming defamation and intentional misinformation. This legal move stems from remarks made by Goldberg suggesting Musk and J.D. Vance were conspiring to manipulate government control if former President Donald Trump were removed from office. The lawsuit has sparked intense debates about free speech, accountability, and media ethics. Interestingly, Joe Rogan has weighed in on this controversy, further amplifying the public reaction. On his podcast, Rogan criticized the hypocrisy of mainstream media, including The View, highlighting how they once treated Trump warmly but later vilified him.
Really had much to say until he started running for president. Then I could say everything I needed to say. My face said everything.
Was the episode of you when you were on The View, and I think it was 2015 or 2006, like when you were running for president.
Right.
And you got introduced as our friend Donald Trump.
That's right.
Whoopi Goldberg gives you a big hug and a kiss. Joy Behar gives you a big hug. Barbara Walters gives you a big hug. They all loved you.
Rogan's observations about media bias and shifting narratives resonate deeply with Musk's claims against Goldberg. Rogan argued that Musk's lawsuit could set a precedent for challenging misinformation, pushing back against media figures who exploit their platforms to push agendas. Goldberg, meanwhile, has responded emotionally, defending her remarks and claiming she was not targeting Musk but referencing her cat in a light-hearted comment.
Okay, I need to clean something up because my cat lays in wait for me on my stairs all the time. And that's what I was thinking of that. I wasn't trying to indicate that they were actually standing there with their legs out, hoping he would trip.
Critics have dismissed this explanation as a deflection, and Musk supporters believe her sudden shift signals guilt. Rogan's comments add further weight to the case, reflecting the broader cultural divide over media responsibility and accountability. Central to Musk's lawsuit are accusations of defamation and slander. Whoopi Goldberg and her co-hosts allegedly claimed Musk and J.D. Vance were plotting secret plans to seize government control.
Because I've been saying it for a while.
Yes, you have.
I've been saying that I think Elon Musk believes he's president. I do.
Well, you've been calling him vice president.
I've called him vice president. I called him president because I don't know what JD is doing. I hardly ever say. I don't remember last time we even talked about JD.
You're right. He's planning the presidency when they get rid of Trump.
So you think it's Musk Vance?
Possible.
Musk's legal team argues these statements lacked factual basis and were intended to damage his reputation. The case raises questions about the accountability of talk shows that prioritize sensationalism over facts. Rogan has also highlighted this issue, pointing out how The View once praised Trump before abruptly changing their stance once he entered politics. He criticized their inconsistent treatment, using it as an example of how media narratives are shaped by political agendas.
The audience was cheering, and then you actually started winning in the polls, and then the machine started working towards you.
Yeah.
But there's probably no one in history that I've ever seen that's been attacked the way you've been attacked, and the way they've done it so coordinated and systematically. And when you see those same people in the past, very favorable to you, like Oprah, when you were on Oprah's show,
very.
She was encouraging you.
Rogan's observations reinforce Musk's claims that talk shows often manipulate narratives, leading to public distrust. Goldberg's defense that her comments were about her cat rather than Musk has added to the drama. She claims she was joking about her pet. Many view this as a weak attempt to avoid accountability, further intensifying the scrutiny on The View.
But when you have deliberate, concerted, repeated pushing of hoaxes, you're like, wait a second, like, come on, man, this is too far.
And you're supposed to be the good guys.
You're supposed to, and you claim to be the good guys? I'm like, exactly.
You're supposed to be the progressives.
Yes, the Dems are like, oh, we're the good guys. We're the honest people. No, hang on. You can't claim to be the good guys. You can't claim to be the honest people if you're deliberately pushing hoaxes that have been debunked thoroughly.
Yeah. Well,
we're like even Snopes, which is a liberal thing, says it's bogus.
Yeah.
Like the Fine People hoax.
Obama just said that on stage.
This aligns with Musk's lawsuit calling for higher standards in media accountability. Musk's lawsuit has gained strong support from fans and critics of mainstream media. Social media has exploded with reactions, with hashtags like #SupportElon and #CancelTheView trending. Supporters see Musk's actions as a stand against misinformation, while critics worry about the implications for free speech. Joe Rogan's involvement has added another layer of credibility to Musk's claims. Rogan's audience views him as a voice for exposing media hypocrisy, and his criticism of The View has bolstered Musk's position.
If you average out The View hosts, among the dumbest people on television. And so it's like they say the thing that people are thinking, but they say it very directly, so they expose whatever truth. But
I don't think some of them are dumb.
You don't think so?
No, I don't think Sunny Hostin's
You think it's deliberate?
I think she's ideologically driven, and they have blinders on, for sure. I don't think Sunny's dumb. But Whoopi is certainly not the brightest person. And what she just said just doesn't make any sense. It's just like so silly to say. It's not a well thought out. It's like if you had an idea for a premise and it was totally baked and half baked, and you went on stage with it, and it's nothing
just
there.
Go for it. Yeah,
there's nothing there. Sometimes comics do that.
Yeah, and
fun.
The other question is then, is that representative of a big constituency? I think probably yes.
Well, a lot of
MSNBC viewers are probably also thinking,
I don't even think the MSNBC viewers. I think they're a little bit more sophisticated than that.
Yeah.
This is like low information, blue no matter who, like older housewives who are mad at the world. That's the appeal that Whoopi Goldberg.
Rogan highlighted earlier clips of Trump being warmly welcomed by the show, only to be vilified later when political tides shifted. This shift mirrors Musk's concerns about how media narratives can be weaponized against public figures.
She put me in her movies, right? A long time ago. And how much should I judge? Nothing.
Like they say in the Godfather.
Mommy, I love you. I'm telling you.
And they're trying to humanize him and change your idea about who this guy is. Don't fall for that.
Trump, you're talking about. Yeah.
Musk supporters also emphasize his advocacy for transparency and fairness in media coverage. Rogan's commentary underscores the need for reform in media practices, pushing networks to uphold higher standards. Critics of Musk argue that his wealth and influence could stifle dissent, but Rogan's observations highlight the broader cultural demand for media accountability. The View has faced criticism for promoting biased narratives, prioritizing sensationalism over factual reporting. Musk's lawsuit highlights these issues, with Goldberg's emotional outburst and shifting explanations fueling doubts about the show's credibility. Rogan has been vocal about this, accusing mainstream media of hypocrisy and selective outrage. He pointed out earlier episodes where The View celebrated Trump's success but later portrayed him as a threat. Rogan framed this shift as a calculated move to align with political trends rather than genuine concern for fairness. Goldberg's defense that her comments were about her cat rather than Musk has drawn skepticism, with many seeing it as an attempt to sidestep accountability. Rogan's critique amplifies Musk's call for reforms in media practices, encouraging audiences to question the motives behind mainstream narratives.